guys, you are welcome back once again on my channel. On today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut this trending bubu gown with shoulder pleats. Okay, so that's all for today. You are highly welcome. If this is your first time of coming into my channel, and to my subscribers, thank you guys so much. And to my returning subscriber, you're also welcome. Okay guys, so please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Okay, and please don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and hit notification bell so that you'll get notified whenever I upload a new video. So now, if you look here on my table, I have already cut out the amount of fabric I'll be using. Okay, I have this material. It's called cheddar. I don't know what they call it in other part of the world, but here I am. We call it cheddar material. So now, remember, normally it doesn't come, it's not, the length is not up to 60. I had the length of 54, it's not up to 60. Okay, so what I did, instead of, because remember this bubu gown, there will be no joining, so it's just a straight gown without any joining. Okay, so I went ahead and I folded it horizontally instead of folding it vertical. So you can see here, this is the savage end, this is the raw edge of the fabric. So instead of me to fold it, when I fold it using the raw normal edge, I will be getting only shoulder to 54 for the length, of which I don't want to have any vertical joining. Okay, so because of that, I had to fold it horizontally. Like, instead of folding it this way, I folded it, making the two raw edges where the writings are to face each other. So in that way, I was able to get the length I want. So you can use up to 4 years. 4 years, even if you're working on Ankara, 4 years will give you the length you want. Okay. So now, after getting the length I want, I'm actually using the length of 62 plus extra 5 inches for the folding. Remember, the down part, they are going to be a very broad fold, so that's why I added extra 5 inches. You can go ahead and add 3 or 6 depending on how you want the folding to be. So after that, here, this is the folded end, like I said. So I have the front and the back. This is the shoulder. This part will be the shoulder part. There is no cutting, it's on fold, so I won't be doing any cutting on this folder, on this shoulder rather. So now I've gotten it. So here you can see the folded end, front and back, like I said. So after folding the 45 inches in a horizontal way, I'm now left 54 inches rather. So I'm left with 27 inches. So here I have 27 inches for the wideness after placing it on fold. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, we'll go ahead and mark out our vertical measurement. So from this shoulder now, I'll go ahead and I'll be marking out my shoulder to bust point. Okay, so you can go ahead and mark your shoulder to bust point, or where I want the sleeve opening to be. So I'll just use shoulder to 11. So I'll just go ahead and mark it. Then the shoulder to hip, I'm using 25 inches for my shoulder to hip. Then the next marking I'll do is the knee length. So here I'll be using 40 inches. I want the knee to be exactly on the knee. You know, sometimes if your knee is 40, you can come up by 2 inches to get your knee length, but I'll be using 40 inches, the exact knee length. I want it to be down. So after all these markings, so here, for us to get our pleats, so it depends on the amount of how wide you want your pleats to be. So this fabric will determine, because my client doesn't want it to be that big. If you want it more big, you can use 10 inches for your pleats, for the shoulder pleats. When you divide it, so after making the pleat, that you should be able to be having 2.5 inches of the wideness of the pleat. Okay, so each pleat we're going to have 5 inches. So when you plait it, at the end you're going to be left with 2.5. I hope this is clear. By the time we get there, you'll be able to understand. So now, my sleeve length, I want the sleeve length to be 10 inches. So from here, I'll first of all mark out my shoulder measurement, and my shoulder measurement is 16 inches. So 16 divided by 2, that is 8. So I'm going to mark 8. So this is 8 inches. So from this 8 inches, I'll go ahead and mark out my, remember we are not cutting, but it's just a guideline. So I'll mark out my 10 inches here. I have here. I hope you guys can see my marking. So this is 10 inches. So now let's check what we left for us to pleat. So here I have the leftover of 9 inches. Okay, so I can go ahead and decide to use 4 inches. So let me just, because I'll be using the remaining 1 inch for the hemming, to use it to hem the sleeve part. So now let me use 8 inches for the pleat. You can decide to use 10 if you want your pleats to be broad, to be more wider. So by the time I'm done with the pleating, my pleating will be left with 2 inches of wideness. So because I have 8 inches, so each sleeve will share 4 inches. I hope this is clear. So after that, now after gotten this, the next thing is to impute our neckline. So here, the neckline I'll be working on, because I'll be embellishing this bubu gown with this stone, pepper stone. Okay, so I'll be embellishing it. You can go ahead and use any embellishment of your choice. You can even send it to the embroiderers to do the embroidery work for you. Okay, so but I'll be working with this. So now this will determine the amount, the neckline I'll be working on. I want the neck depth, the front neck depth of this my bubu gown to be 4 inches down, the depth, and the wideness I want it 3.5. So here now you can see the neck depth is 7, it's up to 7 inches, which is too down for to what I want. Okay, so that means I will have to reduce the length. So I'll first of all, after sewing and everything, I'll be reducing it to fit into the 4 inches that I want. So that is it for this. So here you can see the wideness. I have 7. So that 7 inches means I'll be working with 3.5 of neck depth. So I'll set this aside. So I'll go ahead and impute my 3.5 for the neck width. So the neck depth for the front, for the back, I'll be using 1.5 for the back, or you can go ahead and use 2 inches for the back. Okay. So then the front will be 4 inches, because I don't want it to be too down. And remember, we are just making a round neck. There is no slit. There are some design the front will have a slit, but this one there is no slit at the front. So we are just making it round neck based on this design we'll have here. So after that, I will go ahead and okay. So I'll use my French curve to get a very nice curve. So this is for my back, 1.5 inch. Sorry, let me adjust my camera. So this is 1.5 inch for the back. So this is for the front. The front is 4 inches depth. So this is what I have here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'll first of all cut the back like this. This is the back neckline. So I'll cut it out. So I'm going to notch this part, this shoulder. So I'll be notching it because okay, or okay, you can go ahead and do this way for you to be able to cut out the, this is for the back and this is for the front. So you can do this way. I'll be using facing to turn this. So now I've gotten it. So this is our back neckline and this is the front. There is no cutting here. So I'll go ahead and open it up for me to be able to cut out my facing. I'll be using facing for this. I don't want to use bias. Okay, you can go ahead and use bias if that's what you want, but I'll be working with facing. So I'll open it up like this. Now go ahead and introduce the fabric I'll be using to do the facing. So this is the leftover of the fabric. We are going to place it on fold. Okay. So you go ahead after cutting out your facing. I'll go ahead and I'll be pinning it all around because we are going to be running a stitch to turn our neck. So I don't want to use bias. That's why I've cut facing. Okay guys, remember this is the back. So there is one thing about this because it's not going to be having any slits at the front. So I'm going to be adding that slit here so that it will enable the person to be able to wear it. If you watch, you can see that this. Okay, sorry guys, sorry for the noise. So now you can see here, this is for the back. So I'll go ahead and open the back. I'll be slitting the back because this instead of the slit to be at the front, it will rather be at the back. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, so this is, remember the front is lower, so this is the front which is lower than the back. So this is our back. I'll go ahead and give it that slit. I'll be slitting the back. Okay, so guys, you can see I'm done with the neckline. I've finished it. So this is the front neckline. So why this is the back? So I went ahead and opened the back because there will be no slit at the front. So I opened the slit at the back so that I will fix brazier hook or button for easy wearing. If not, the person cannot be able to wear it. So that's why I transfer the front slit to the back because of our neck design. So now for us to input our measurement. So from here you can see here I want my sleeve opening to be here. So here I have my sleeve opening. So from here I have my hip line. So this is my hip line, then this is my knee line. What I'm going to do right now, from my knee line, I'm going to divide the hip measurement I have. So the hip measurement I'll be working on is 42. So divided by 2, that is 10.5. So from here, I'm going to mark on the knee line, I'm going to mark 10.5. So after that, I'm going to add extra 8 inches. Remember, I'm going to add that 8 inches for the pleats. So after that, I will extend the line. So from here, I'm going to make a curve. From here, I'll make a slant curve into that 8 inches here. So after that curve, I'm going to mark it straight down. So I'm going to make a curve to have that boo cow effect by the side. So after that, I will extend the line I have from here down to the hemline. So I'll go ahead and cut that off. Okay. So okay guys, so you're welcome back. My table is small, so I realize that you guys cannot see what I'm doing properly. So now we are down on the cutting on the floor. We are doing the cutting on the floor now. So as you can see, I'm done with the neckline like I said. I've even went ahead to finish with my, you can see how I finished it with my facing, and I've concealed the edges with my hemming gum. So I'm done with the neckline. So I've gotten my armhole opening, then my knee hip and the knee. This is the knee line. So from here I made a curve down into the my hip measurement divided by the hip measurement divided by 4, that is 42. It will give me 10.5 plus extra 8 inches, or you can add You can make it 10 inches or 8 inches. So here I added extra 10 inches. So I made it extra 10 inches. So from here I made a curve into that 10 inches. Then I extended the line down. You extend it downwards. Okay. So from here I'm going to cut. I go ahead and cut this shape. From here I'm going to cut it into this knee line, then down to the hemline. Okay, so after cutting it out, we'll go ahead and do our pleats. So for us to do our pleats, we are going to turn this to the, we're going to open it up to the right side this way. So remember the pleat will be at the sewing of the pleat will be at the right side. So this is the shoulder line and this is the other shoulder line. We are going to fold it. We're going to be folding it into two. Okay guys, so after arranging it properly, the next thing I'm going to do from here, remember our shoulder measurements, we have the shoulder measurement of 8. So I'm going to be marking it. So this is the 8 inches marking. This is for on the right side. You're going to be make a little markings so it won't be visible, because remember this is the right. We're going to be pleating the right side, not the wrong again. So the markings will be faint, but I believe once you're hearing me, you'll be able to understand what I'm doing. So here is my shoulder measurement. So from here I'm going to be, like I said, I'll be using 8 inches for the pleats. Each pleat will be having 4 inches. Okay, so here I'll first of all, from this shoulder line, I'll go ahead and mark the first 4 inches, which is here. So the other second 4 inches. So this remaining here will be our shoulder sleeve, the sleeve length. Okay, so here from this shoulder line, I am marked 4 inch. You can use 5 inches depending on the amount of fabric you are working on. So if you want to use 5, you understand that this, the folding will not be enough for the pleats as well as your sleeve length. So what you are going to do, you are going to add extra, you are going to join, or if you have a material which is wider, that will be perfect. So because the material is not that wide and the owner doesn't want it to be so big, so that's why I'm using 4 inches for the pleats. So both pleats will be sharing the 8 inches, making 4 inches on each pleat. Okay, now so from here I've marked the first 4 inches, then this is the second 4 inches. So what I'm going to do right now, I'll go ahead and mark it here as well. I will indicate the lines, the markings here on the other part, as well as the back, because this is the right, this is the front. So I also indicate that marking here on the back of this book. So here, so for the back, so I'll be able to understand it. So I'll go ahead and open it up. So I'll just open it flat, straight, this way, so that I'll be able to do our pleats. So now I've opened it up. You can decide which side you want to work on first. So here I'll be working on this one. So this is the shoulder line. So this is the first, this is our first pleat, our first 4 inches for the shoulder. So here is my shoulder marking. This is the shoulder. So this is my first 4 inches and this is my second 4 inches. So from this first 4 inches here, inside here, I'm going to hold it this way. So I'll just hold it this way. I'll pin, or you can go ahead and iron it, or you can go ahead and pin it. So for you to get a straight line. So here, so I want to take it again. So I said this is the, from the midpoint is this shoulder marking. From here, this is my shoulder measurement. So from this shoulder measurement, I marked 4 inches. Okay, so these 4 inches here We are going to get the middle of these 4 inches. So the middle part here, I'm going to hold it this way, the markings. So I'll place the two of them for the two markings to meet each other. Remember, when you place it on fold, the midpoint will be, everything will be 2 inches. The 4 inches will now be 2 inches. So you're going to place it like this, the two markings, for the two markings to meet each other. So here I have it. You can see I have my 2 inches here. The pleat is 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and open it and place it like this. So I'll be ironing it down. I'll go ahead and iron it. After ironing it, I'm going to mark 2 inches down for the pleat. So this is how I'm going to do it on both sides. So now I'll go ahead and make sure I get everything to be straight. I'm going to make sure it's straight line. So I want to make a nice line. So after you go ahead and you mark the 2 inches. So I'll take it to my ironing table and I'll go ahead and mark my 2 inches. So after ironing, you're going to mark 2 inches down on both sides, both the back and the front. So let me go straight to my ironing table. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I am done with this pleat. I'm done with this part. So I went ahead to iron it nicely. So you can see I have a straight line, so it's good you iron. So after ironing, I'm going to be marking two inches. Remember, 2 inches is the midpoint of our 4 inches. So here, this my ruler is 2 inches. So I'm going to use it to do a very faint marking where I'm going to be pinning. Okay, so you're going to pin, or you just pin directly without marking on it. I think that will be better. So I'm just going to be pinning it 2 inches. So here, so for me to do the second pleat now, so you can see this is my 4 inches, the remaining 4 inches. So this is my second 4 inches here. I'm going to be holding it, and from here I will be marking 2 inches. So I'll hold it and I'll mark my 2 inches. Remember, we are pleating on 2 inches. So I want this to also be 2 inches. Okay. So I have it like this. So here you are going to pin. So this is what I have. I'm able to get the second pleat. So you can see we still have our sleeve length from the shoulder line. So here will serve as the sleeve length. So what I'm going to do right now, just go ahead and do the same thing I did while pleating the first one. So I'm going to hold it this way and iron it to get a straight line here. So if you watch closely, you can see that the second pleat will not end at the down part because of the, let's see. So this is what I have for the second pleat. So when you flip it, okay, we're able to get it to meet the down. In some cases, you might be, maybe after pleating it, you might not be able to get the second pleat to get up to the down. But in this case, we're able to get it. So I have my 2 inches here. So I'll go ahead and pin the, this is the second. So as you can see, I'm done with the pleats. So I'll just go ahead and sew and run stitch on the two pleats as well as this, so as you can see. So after which I'll go ahead and sew on the wrong part. Okay, so let's go straight to our sewing machine. So after joining, you can see I'm done sewing the pleat, so I'll flip it to the wrong side. So you can see this is the wrong side of the sewing and this is the right side. So I'll place them together, right side facing right side. So from this is the hemline. Remember we added 5 inches for the hemming. So I'm going to make a bold hemming this way. It's going to be bold, 2.5 plus. It's going to be bold like this. So I'll go ahead and open it. I will mark 15 inches. So from here, the opening. So my sewing will stop at 15 inches. So that's where my sewing is going to stop. So by the time we fold, we are going to be left with 10 inches opening. Okay, so now this is all for the down part. So for the upper part here, so this is my sleeve opening. Remember, I use the sleeve opening of, you can use 11 or 10 inches. So here I'll be opening it by 11 inches. So by the time I'll be left maybe 10.5 or 10 inches. So from here, I'll go ahead from this opening, I'll go ahead and make a notch. So after notching, I'll fold it. So I'm going to fold from here. I'll make a fold, a tiny fold from the notch part. Okay guys, so we have come to the end of this tutorial. So you can see the final outcome of this bubu shoulder pleat dress. So this is the outcome. Thank you so much guys for watching. Bye.